From the bottom of my heart, you guys. Thank you so much
Thank you for watching
for watching this guy's channel,
No,
Jody's
my God.
channel.
Jody's Corner.
No.
My favorite.
Thank you so much. YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. Here to talk about some Star Wars business. More specifically, that Mandalorian. And oh my goodness, is episode 3 fire, bruh. Let's get right into it. So I didn't give you guys episode 2 because I fell asleep during episode 2 and then I had to rewatch it. And by the time I rewatched it, a little bit too late and I didn't really want to do that review. But I'm back on track here on episode 3 and episode 3 is Flame. So I guess I'll do the first part spoiler free and then I'll talk some, I guess, a little bit of spoilers. So I'll give you guys a spoiler alert when the time comes. Here's spoiler free version. Spoiler free version is a lot of action in this thing, and after he takes, let's call him Baby Yoda. He's not Yoda, but I don't know what to call his people. He takes Baby Yoda to cash in the bounty, and then we see the decision that he has to make in giving Baby Yoda to these very untrustworthy looking sinister people who still probably work for the Empire, even though the Empire is so-called disbanded. So the Mandalorian himself has a tough decision to make. It's a lot of money that has been offered to him, and this is something that he probably can't turn down. So there's lots of action in this. There's a lot of heart in this episode. There's a lot of anticipation. It's been building into this moment, and I gotta say that this is the best episode of the season so far. Episode 3 is the best, and I kind of get the gist of where this is going. A lot of teasers, a lot of Easter eggs in here, and a lot of good callbacks to good old Star Wars, the original trilogy, and the prequels as well. I really feel like this show is going to be the show for the fans. I feel like The Mandalorian is the first glimpse into Star Wars coming from Disney that we actually want to see and actually is on par with what we are used to getting from Fox and Lucasfilm. That's where I'm at with this, and I couldn't be happier. Oh God, it's a huge thing of sigh of relief that comes over me when I think about The Mandalorian, because it's the only thing Star Wars coming from Disney that I'm checking for, and that's just how I feel about it. So stay tuned for a grade of this episode, which I'll be giving you guys a little bit later. But as of right now, we're gonna talk spoilers, bruh. Spoiler alert. All that shit. Red flags and sirens. Spoiler. If you haven't seen episode 3, go away and come back and watch this thing. Yo, I already knew that he was gonna. I knew he was gonna just take Baby Yoda for him. He wasn't gonna give that Baby Yoda. That's too much cute to be given up, bruh. I already knew he was gonna. But when he gave him Baby Yoda to the Empire, basically, got all those credits, and I'm like, dang man, all these credits is about nothing but making armor. Like that's what it is. Like you don't eat money. Like where the currency rate in this show is weird. So you do all these tough, difficult bounties. You go through all these dire circumstances for steel, for metal, to make armor with. But I'm like, how is that riches? You know what I'm saying? And then you think about Apollo. He's in this, the one who gives him his bounties. He says, look, I got 2 of them. I'm rich. But I'm like, dang, bro, you just spent, I seen you place like 15 of them in that machine to make your armor. So I'm like, I understand about Mandalorians, like their armor and that their armor is their survival. But I mean, putting that much, that's probably equivalent to hundreds of millions of dollars or millions of dollars you just put into your armor that could be jacked. That's going to get damaged in probably the next few episodes. What about your ship? What about like regular money to trade people to get food and women and it's crazy to me. It looked like I didn't see that he had any creds left over, because he gives some to the Order. He gives some to his gang of Mandalorians. Think of them as tithes, or as think of them as union dues. So he donates. I didn't see him have any left. So I'm like, dang, bro, you got all in your armor. I don't really know how I feel about that. That's kind of weird. What are we in a society, in a world where there's no metal to make your armor with? That's kind of weird. I guess I'm gonna see what's going on with that. But I look in the set and the backdrops. I see metal everywhere. You can just steal that, or take that right there and go make some armor out of it. I don't know. I need more education on that. But besides that, you know what I'm saying, when he decided to take the bounty, go talk to his boss, he said, I'm about to go chill, get some honeys. I'm about to get some prostitutes and some strippers. They're going to show some, let me get the 3 titty beats, man. I'm going to get one with 3 titties this time, man. I'm like, all right, for sure. And then he finally gets on board the ship, and he's starting up all he's hitting all the levers. The ship's about to start, and he's about to leave on his next bounty. And the bounty was the fish egg guy. It's the son. It looks like the son of it's a trap. It looks like him. Or maybe it's a trap. Maybe it's him all the way. Because I don't think he died in Empire Strikes Back. Or Return of the Jedi. He didn't die. He just died in episode 8, didn't he? That's him, isn't it? Akbar, what's his name? General Akbar or some shit? It's a trap. I think that might have been him. So I'm like, wait. Or is at least one of his race, or the son, or the auntie, or the daughter, or some shit. I don't know. I don't know if you can tell women from the men fish. I don't freaking know. But I know that motherfucker popped up in that hologram. I'm like, oh, okay, that's tight. So this is a really good way of the bounty hunter really taking us in a trip down memory lane through Star Wars. And now I see the magic of this show. I see where this show can shine, because it could take us back into the past and take us to the future of what happened after episode 3? Episode 6. What happened after episode 6, Return of the Jedi? After Sidious and fell on that sheet. So hey, I'm up for this, and I can't wait for episode 4. This is very hype. And then when he decided where that lever was, he said, oh, this was the little baby Yoda ball that he was playing with. He said, man, freak this shit, man. He went up in there, shot everybody up. The execution's kind of weird. Still, I think they need to do better on some fighting choreography and some action sequences. I think some of the directorial shots don't mesh up with the action set pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's 3 dudes over here aiming this way. The camera's only showing us a certain view. And then all of a sudden, you show 2 men come from behind them. Where were those 2 men at when you had the wide shot? When you had the wide shot, I ain't see them 2 men. But now, since you want to get them from the back, 2 men pop up out of nowhere. I just feel like it's a lot of that type of stuff. Hopefully you'll get better at that. But overall, when it came down to it, and then all these other freaking bounty hunters is shooting at the Mandalorian, and then and things look really bad for him. He held off his own. He did his thing. It's a little bit predictable, this episode. I mean, all this stuff is a little bit predictable, especially when he got the special weapon. I knew when he was going to use that shit. But when his fellow bounty hunter friend, what does it say? This is the way. This is the way. That shit becoming tight, bruh. I got a little bit of tingles in my belly when I heard that shit. When the big, he came with that big shit from the sky. Hey, go ahead. He was like, man, you're gonna have to upgrade the base camp somewhere else. That's what we gotta do. This is the way. This is the way. Yeah. I'm like, that's right, you big bunky motherfucker. You was just about to beat the shit out of him up in the thing. Tight, bruh. Fire. So then he's flying away in his ship, and then you got a Rocketeer Mandalorian. He's like, yo, peace out, dog. Hey, I'll catch you on the flip side. And he's like, I gotta give me one of those. So the bounty hunter's gonna get a rocket or jetpack that's tight. Bringing little ties in up into there and shit. I like it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a little bit extra giddy because Star Wars is trash on the big screen, bruh. And for the fact that the Mandalorian's coming on Disney Plus off some shit that I wasn't checking for, off a character I knew nothing about and didn't care for, off of a show that I had no hype for because Star Wars is trash, for it to kind of be decent and get out of the decent category and it's looking like a good show, man, I'll take it. Man, us Star Wars fans who have been bleeding and starving, we'll take what we can get, bruh. The prequels in the original trilogy was like, you know what I'm saying, filet mignon, potatoes and carrots. And the new trilogy we've been eating freaking grass, bruh. We've been eating grass every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And in comes this Mandalorian with some Ritz crackers and some salami and cheese. We like, Oh, that shit ain't the meat and potatoes and carrots and filet mignon we used to having, but that shit sure beats grass. Sign me up, bro. So that's basically what the analogy is here. Either way, I give the Mandalorian the grade it deserves. Maybe with a little bit of gas on top because I'm so happy it's Star Wars. So maybe this might be a little ingenuine, but freak it. Hey, motherfucker. I give it the ace of spades. The ace of spades. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel for more of that real content. I'm looking forward to episode 4. Episode 4 review coming your way. Merch link in the description right here. This merch, baby. High quality shirts. Jody's Corner. Check it out. It's right there down below. Hit the join button to join memberships. Get your tiers. Help support this channel so I can hire more people to work for Jody's Corner. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm Jody Joe, and I'm out this thing, man. Deuces.